Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Balan Wonderworld. No, we're not done yet. Fuck.
You sound tired, Pedro.
No, it's by this point that the game really starts overstaying its welcome for me. I am just so done. I am so done.
This is what society has done to us.
Ugh.
Also, am I the one who notices that there is stuff in the background of the hub world, but we never get to explore that? I wonder if maybe that was meant to be something.
As opposed to the firefighter who wants to burn things.
Okay, so as you may recall,
maybe a double agent.
Also, yes, this is one of those levels that literally teases you at the end right in front of you, but you can't get to it yet.
Beautiful. I love those.
Yeah, there have been platformers that have done that.
Well, okay. Now, to be fair,
how well it's done.
1 did that.
Yeah, and to be fair, Wonderland 2 did that as well, but it's just one of those things where, you know, like, it's much easier to tolerate that with good games. In a
game like this, that in a game like this that, no pun intended, burns out its welcome well beyond this point, it's kind of like just about a "you're teasing me" game.
Yeah.
Want to complete you, but
and now the water blaster.
Okay, this power-up is absolutely required for you to make it through the level, because this is what gets rid of the lava.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though, that doesn't always last forever. Yeah, basically, if you make one wrong step, if you get hit and you're trapped in the middle with no other costumes, or heck, no costumes that will let you jump, you're boned. Might as well restart the level or just die.
Basically,
yes,
not to mention this is
to that point in the game.
Not to mention this is one of the worst sections in the entire game for me, because you have to both get through the lava while at the same time killing all those enemies. And remember, like because of the jerking controls, it can become hard to keep doing it without getting hurt, without falling into the lava, which also takes away another outfit of yours, and it's just.
Look at this.
He has to
jump. He has to switch costumes just to get over that tiny ledge. This goddamn game.
Look, even the. Oh my god.
You see what I mean when I said that Chapter 11 really just brings out all the badness of the game to life?
No, the first chapter did that. It's just like.
Well, okay, yeah, but this one arguably does it even worse.
Let that just speak. Go ahead.
The most basic of platformers know that a dedicated jump button is necessary for a platformer. If you can't jump in these types of games, don't make it a platformer.
Allow me to remind you that allow me to remind everybody.
There goes the acrobat costume.
Allow me to remind everybody that even Bubsy 3D got that right.
Okay, Pedro, curious, what happened there?
Did it really?
I accidentally forgot to jump, basically. That was my bad.
Oh, I was gonna ask if it was one of those cases where the game's jumping doesn't work the best, because...
No, that was my bad. But yeah, even Bubsy 3D has a dedicated jump button. How sad is that? Yeah, Bubsy 3D is out doing something that this.
I mean, the jump isn't good, but still.
Well, yeah, but
at least it's there.
That's how. But that's how sad it is.
But that's the thing, though. I would agree with you guys there. But it's crippled by every time you jump, it has that annoying camera shift.
Wait, don't fall on the. Oh, okay, good.
Oh,
man, if that home attack sent you to the lava. I'd be like, this is a Sonic game. What?
Anyway, but like, well, speaking of bad jumps, yeah, the jump in this game is bad. We haven't gone over it that much, but again, the controls are so janky, and the game can be so prone to glitches that sometimes the game won't register a proper jump while you're running for some
finally
reason.
Like, I'm trying to think. I want all of you guys to answer this. Is there a worse platformer that you've played outside of this?
3D?
Well, 3D platformers? No, I have. I mean, Bubsy 3D, for as bad as this game is, Bubsy 3D is more broken.
The Dragonfly is a piece of crap.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, Spyro Dragonfly.
No, there you go. There's another one.
Okay.
And Sonic 06.
I will agree with those. I will agree with the previous two examples mentioned. Bubsy 3D for being an extremely janky game, even by early PS1 standards. And Enter the Dragonfly for not only being incredibly broken and buggy as hell, but even if the game, it's like 06. even if the game were properly bug tested and everything worked properly, it still wouldn't be very fun because the levels are too bloody big and with barely anything in them.
Yep.
I guess in terms of being worse than this in platformer-wise, possibly Mighty Number 9 because.
Well, I think that you mentioned 3D
what-
platformers though.
Yeah, 3D, but
3D platformers.
But I still think you're insane. But go on.
Like I think. Okay. Do you have any other examples than the ones that we mentioned, Jova?
Yeah, because even I'm drawing a point.
How about?
Okay, Dwibs and Shiroi, they took the obvious ones, but
How about?
God, it really is hard to think.
How about Glover? I will argue Glover was also pretty bad. I mean, yeah, it was. People liked it at the time, but I will argue that game aged like spoiled milk. To be honest with you.
You mean the hamburger helper guy?
No, the glove that you play as where you do this carry this.
No. That's the hamburger helper mascot is a glove. So that's why I associate glove.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, might as well explain this other outfit that I just got while this Balan's bout is going. Basically, I just got the. I think it's Little Mouse. I forgot. Wait, did I already explain this outfit, Jova? I forgot.
No. You've not explained the hooded mouse yet.
Okay, the hooded mouse is basically a little mouse that can go through keyholes, meaning you can go through small passages that will give you some extra secrets, like this. In this case, a Balan's bout.
So it's just a mini mushroom, essentially.
Basically, it's a mini mushroom. Yes.
Wow, look at all the cool things Balan can do that you don't get to actually play him.
So yeah, Jova, start placing your bets. We'll actually get the Balan statue for this one.
No.
Yes.
All right, Shira's the only one that believes in me, it seems.
I'm gonna say yes as well.
Well, yeah, you waited till
So
the
we
second
go-
excellent to do that, though.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Hold on. You still have some more to do.
All right, let's see.
And also, it's at night now. It's totally different.
Doesn't it look beautiful?
No.
Well, the art direction is really good. It's just that the textures aren't very good.
There, he timed it just right. Come on, Pedro, you
Wait,
can
was that
do
a
it.
Oh,
jump cut?
I think this is the last one, if I remember correctly. Yes. Let's see.
Also, Dad, to answer your question, no, that was not a jump cut.
Okay, I was just.
I think Pedro said he wasn't going to bother if he just couldn't.
There you
do it
go.
the first
I did
time.
it.
Yay!
Yay! See, me and Shuri believed in you, and that retroactively gave you the power.
Jova cheated because he skimmed ahead.
No, I didn't.
There you go.
He waited too late to give his answer.
And by the way, 6 excellence. Now there's even more than one. Remember, it was 5 in the early stages. So they're even increasing the size of these.
Yep, don't you see,
gross.
Pedro? It's to increase the difficulty. Also, okay, of all the
difficulty is
of all the
overrated.
costumes, of all the costumes in these levels, I don't get why mice are a thing here. Like, okay, I get all the other ones, but mice? What do those have to do with fire and firefighters?
Well, you see, Jova. You see, there comes once in every person's life a time where, okay, that you answer him. I've got nothing. And it seems that she's got nothing either. Okay.
What was the question?
Jova asked, this is the place where we find the hooded mouse, which is basically the mini mushroom of this game, and how
As well as the key mouse.
How exactly does this fit into the fire theme of this world?
Yeah, what do mice have to do with fire and firefighters?
Maybe in fiction there has been a character where a mouse has fire powers.
I love how the jets of fire still go through the rock platforms that I make.
Yeah, that is just cheating.
Oh,
And
wait,
of course, you gotta go back and get another one.
Fortress is right here.
I can answer that question actually.
Go ahead, Dibs.
Yes, Dibs?
A ratata that can breathe fire.
I think it's pronounced
Actually,
ratata.
no. Yeah, I always pronounced it ratata, but anyway, I got a better answer actually. Cyndaquil.
I guess.
Cyndaquil's not a mouse.
Yeah, I think
His nickname is Fire Mouse.
Yeah, I think in the Pokédex it says fire mouse. So yeah, I think.
And it's like in the Chinese zodiac, it's meant to be the mouse.
So I guess...
Even though it looks nothing like a mouse, it looks more like an armadillo.
It's Jova. You see, Jova, I can actually answer that. It uses the old Japanese traditional aesthetic of beady eyes equals mouse. Like,
okay.
Basically. It's a common Japanese artist thing that they have. Basically.
What's your theory, Didge?
Actually, Cynical is based off on is most likely based off on a chin.
Like for example, you'll notice that Squirtle has proper eyes, you know, like with the white and the actual proper thing at the center and stuff like it's normalized. But Pikachu has fully black beady eyes, you know. So it's a typical Japanese character design thing. Basically, they like drawing their mice with beady eyes, basically.
And Typhlosion's based off a badger.
Anyway,
I guess. Yeah.
I like how you didn't even bother trying to jump into the cage from there, Pedro.
No, I did not, because I just at this point, Joe, I just want to get this game over with. To be honest with you.
Well, that's my point. I'm kind of surprised you didn't try jumping into the cage to try and get it over with.
Wait,
but my
I
guess
did.
Is that
I must have missed it.
No. My point is that you did not.
Sure. Oh, I get that. I must have missed it. Whatever. Let's just move on. I am so done.
You were on a bridge overlooking it. My guess is that you were shrewd enough to probably think that, you know,
let me explain this.
There'd probably be an invisible barrier. Go on.
The ladder man does exactly what you expect. It spawns a ladder and allows you to climb shit. There you go.
It makes sense for it to be in the fireman stage.
Yeah, no. This is perfectly fine. I have no problem with the outfit being obtained here.
Alright, Lance, it's just you and me. Mono y mano.
Yeah, if I was it like the 5th time now.
Lance will prove his dominance someday.
Yeah, sure he will.
He needs to stop T-posing or whatever.
Well, Shiroy, back when the game was demoing, the bosses did T-pose.
Yeah, they did fix that with the day 1 patch, I believe. Because I think it didn't happen to me while I was playing, to be fair.
Thankfully.
And they also fixed the thing with the final boss that gives you seizures.
The fact that even passed in general is just...
I think you just answered. I think you just answered your own question, Shiroy. There was no playtesting. Thank you. There was. Then these are the worst playtesters in the world.
That doesn't automatically mean that everything's going to get approved.
That is actually right. Like, playtesters do point stuff out. However, it's up to the people in charge to register what they mention. And for some godforsaken reason, it doesn't always take. That and just sometimes there are cases where playtesters literally do miss a glitch here and there. And in this one, Lance just gives up.
That may be.
My only complaint about the final boss minor spoiler is that you can screw yourself out of a jump.
Not just that.
The game will give you
random.
Yes, I like anime.
Not just that,
Lance came back.
Not just that, there's one particular thing involving the final hit of the final boss that can screw you over and literally throw you back at the hub world. And I will demonstrate that in the final part because let's just say the final boss screwed me over and that's all I'll say for now. Also, Balan is back. Sorry, Lance is back, sorry. How long is this Balan's bout? Jesus, this is cool.
Lance really just keeps coming back even after we've done everything.
This is literally Dragon Ball Z right now. Like,
wait a minute. That is literally one of the attacks.
This is one of previous
balance.
Not just that. Not just that, Jova. This is literally an attack that Piccolo uses against Android 17 in Dragon Ball Z.
Hell's Own Grenade.
Yeah, Hell's Own Grenade. I forgot the name. Yeah, you're right.
So basically, it's just a case of Mad Libs at this point. Oh, let's put this in this part of the battle instead here. Like, you know.
I guess Naka just can. I guess Naka just can't stop ripping off Dragon Ball. Go on, Jova.
You know, look at stuff like the Knights and Riella fights. Those are iconic in both of the Knights games for obvious reasons. They're the big Sonic versus Shadow-esque fights against your evil counterpart or whatnot, so much so that they made a multiplayer mode out of it. But in later bits, also, in Knight's Journey of Dreams, they make a big deal of it.
Oh, look at him.
It happens not once, but twice in the story.
Yeah, he looks exactly like how I do playing this game. Yeah, there you go. That sums it up right well. Thank you, guy. Thank you, dude.
Uh-huh.
Alright, moving on.
But, yeah, though, compare this to the Knights Journey of Dreams fights. Like, those ones are very iconic between Knights and Riella. But imagine if we just had Riella become a recurring antagonist who always loses to Knights constantly throughout the game. That would have totally been better now, wouldn't it?
Well, that's what happened in Journey of Dreams. What was in the Wii game where he keeps intimidating Knights, gets owned, and never appears again?
One of the things that I really liked, found really funny, that Roger put out in his parody was how he entraps Knights into that cage thingy, and then he just leaves the key right there for the kids to get and use it. And Roger put it very well. Okay, take this key, kid. I'm gonna go do something else. Doing a chore in the middle of another chore is fun.
Okay, to give the Wii game credit, though, it wasn't Riella constantly getting beaten, and again, it did make a good case to show that whenever you are fighting him, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Let me explain this, Jova. Hold on, guys. Let me explain this. These particular Nagati catch fire, meaning I have to kill them with the water blaster. Problem is, the range of this thing is fucking atrocious for killing enemies, as you can see.
Yeah.
So
it's like the cryo weapon. Whereas Cryo's weapon was the water/ice weapon and very useful. This one is lame.
Also, you're fighting the wizards from Sonic Unleashed when they're on fire.
Goody. But anyway, back to what...
Squirt water at them. But go on.
Go on.
Alright, back to what we were talking about, but that's the thing, Didge. It's apparently implied that Knights killed Riella after their final battle in Journey of Dreams.
Well, remember, Jova, like, if we're going to count Journey of Dreams as a sequel to the first game, then clearly both him and Wiseman can just return anyway, so it's not like it matters.
Oh, but don't you see, Journey of Dreams makes this big deal saying that if you kill Wiseman, you kill Knights too, and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, the first game also implied that. The problem is that, like, I'm guessing the logic they're going for, Jove, is that, it's dreams. They can, Wiseman will always exist as long as people have dreams and they have insecurities.
King Dedede steals the Star Rod to make sure no one has dreams ever.
Well, fortunately, that's a different franchise, so it doesn't...
Okay. Here's the thing, though, Pedro. Like, well, see, in the regular ending of Journey of Dreams, yes, it's implied that Wiseman will be back because of that stuff. However, in the true ending, which, you get by getting at least a C ranking in each level,
yep.
Apparently, no. In that case, Wiseman is legit dead, and Knights disappears with him, even though Knights is back later. Me, personally, I just see it as like a bout of... drama for drama's sake, because honestly, I prefer all the comments did. Wiseman died, but Knights was still around.
Knights was still around because the people believed in Knights.
This mini-boss in particular can be exactly for this reason.
No!
Because you're constantly having to create platforms for yourself, while at the same time dodging his fireballs, and at the same time being near him so you can properly hit him whenever he opens up himself to attack, like now. See?
Don't you see? It's meant to be challenging.
God, this is so bad.
It is.
Yes.
You're just not realizing this.
No, it's just why?
because Yuji Naka is a hack. There, I said it.
This game is so bad.
No, he's not a hack. You don't. You just.
Okay.
Exactly. Very good.
For this game's development, what he did was very hackish in that regard. Like, seriously, the decisions he made for this game are so bafflingly stupid.
Okay, question.
Yes, Shuri?
Isn't this like a Mighty Number 9 situation where the person who people are hailing to be a great developer was really just a programmer and nothing else?
It basically, Shuri, because the thing is, the true
programming is a major part.
Oh, it is. It is.
It is, but that's not somebody who really headlines a project, is what I'm saying.
Allow me. Yes, I am in no way taking credit away from what Yuji Naka did in the original Sonic games. He is a brilliant programmer, and he did a fantastic job with Sonic's physics. I'm not taking that away from him. And yes, learn a balance bout. But
have we done this before? I feel like we've done this before. Let's do it again.
Hey, guys, this feels familiar. I get the feeling of deja vu. Probably nothing. But anyway.
Okay.
Oh, no. Sure. Balan's theme is the only good thing about these things. But anyway.
Yes, go forth and defeat the evil fire hydrant. No, seriously, that was an evil fire hydrant he was bashing.
Let me put it this way. Yes, Naka was a brilliant programmer. However, and I'm just going to say it because, unfortunately, not a lot of people say it, the true genius behind the classic Sonic games was Hirokazu Yasuhara. He's the one who actually directed the games, designed the levels, and made all those... Not to mention, he was also the one who implemented all those subtle nature versus technology elements in the level design
that they quickly abandoned.
True, but when Yasuhara was directing the games, that was the key theme of the series. One of the key themes, at least. He, as far as I'm concerned, is the true master, the true brain behind those games. Don't get me wrong, Oshima's art and Naka's programming were also incredibly important, as well as Iizuka's lead design in the third game. However, Yasuhara was the team head. He was the one steering the ship, making sure Naka's programming was channeled in the right direction, making sure Oshima's art was also channeled in the right direction, and making sure Iizuka's design was also handled in the right direction. He was the true mastermind behind the classic Sonic series. There you go.
Yasuhara done recently, actually.
And he moved. He was employed at Nintendo at one point, but I don't know if he's still there.
No, he works at he's working on Unity.
Oh, there you go then.
Because like when he was working on Nintendo, they were just wasting his talent. It's like, here you go, work on these Mario vs. Donkey Kong games.
To be fair, those games were pretty good for what they were.
But they're not the platformers; they're the minis.
Oh yeah, I get that. I get. Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. Okay, never mind then. Go on, Jova. Yes.
So yeah, that's Act 2 of Chapter 11 in depth.
Well, actually, I forgot. I never answered Shiroi's question. So yeah, Shiroi, based on what I just said, that's the basic gist of it. Naka was only a piece of the puzzle, and he wasn't even the most important. He wasn't even the captain steering the ship of that upset puzzle.
Well, there's the problem then.
Because if you go back to the original Mega Man games, to continue with your analogy, Shiroi, back in the classic Mega Man games, well, the first one at least, in the first one, Keiji Inafune was only a character designer. In the second game, was he already a producer in the second game? Jova?
I'm pretty sure that he...
Let me check.
Wait. When you say producer, do you mean wait, hold on?
Was he already the creative head of Mega Man 2, or was he still just a character designer with the second game?
He was not a director or a producer.
Sure. Okay.
That was Akira
Kimura, I think.
Producer was
if I remember
Fujiwara.
Yes. If I remember correctly, he did character designs for most of the classic series. Back in the day, in the NES days. However, it was at one point where he got promoted as creative head of the franchise. I don't know. I just don't remember which specific time it was.
And all the people he was supposed to save died.
Yeah. I love how the story is so stupid that Dej and Pedro tried to ignore it by talking over it.
It's just
because I was just looking up something Pedro asked.
Okay. Let me recap the story bits for this one. As you saw, the guy had dreams of being a Cape hero for the firefighting force. Only he figures out when it's time to rescue somebody that he's afraid of fire.
I don't think it's like he's afraid of fire. I guess he's just afraid of failing.
That's the thing, Dez. The way the cutscene and the novel comes off seems more just like he's afraid of fire, which, impedes his duties.
Why are you a fireman then?
Dez, as I mentioned when we started this chapter, the story of this chapter is pretty stupid when you think about it now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I hate spoons.
Yeah. Well, even by this game's standards, this story is just boring. Like, I don't even particularly care for this one. Like, not really. It's not even fun it's not even fun to make fun of. It's just whatever.
That said, the boss music is pretty epic.
Yeah, it is. Again, I have to compliment Ryo Yamazaki for giving this game a soundtrack that it does not deserve.
And of course, because he's afraid of fire, he turns into a dragon.
I mean, well, dragons are associated with fire.
Well, I get that, but it's weird how the people turn into the very
Oh, look!
they themselves fear.
Thank you, game, for thank you, yeah, thank you, game. Thank you, game, for this key mouse outfit.
Literature class.
Oh man, can you believe that they gave you the key mouse thing of all things
during a boss battle? You know, the places where there's constantly respawning keys.
Like, wow.
So it's like Harry Potter now.
Yes.
Well, the keys don't respawn, but there are still a lot of them.
I don't even.
Words.
Yeah,
there are no words to describe the stupidity of this development.
To follow up on what Shiroi said earlier, that's the thing, Shiroi. Unfortunately, instead of sticking with what he knows, programming, he decided he was just going to be directing this game and not programming.
He decided, or was he forced to?
Well, okay, I'm assuming he chose. I mean, why would they Okay. If you're arguing maybe they wanted to Square wanted him to direct so they could put his name on the game. Well, they could have just as easily made him just a producer and without forcing him to direct. I don't think that would necessarily be.
To Judge's credit, from what I recall of the development, Naka apparently did have to take up the realm as director for some reason. I think it may have been Square wanting to have like the big Naka name as the big main guy or something. Don't quote me on that, but that is okay. There was apparently something a little fishy that went up with him being put in the directors.
It is possible.
Like, okay, regardless of whose decision it was a dumb decision.
Oh, it was, because Naka's not a director; he's a programmer.
And here's the thing, I could definitely see either Naka or Square being behind such stupid a decision. Yuji
Naka's basically, that's one thing he has in common with his old co-worker at Sega Technical Institute, Mark Cerny, actually. He's a good middleman, as in a designer or a programmer, in this case programmer, but when it comes to actually helming a project himself, I guess with Rodea, I'm guessing with Rodea he had such a really good development team to really help out.
He wasn't the director of Rodea.
No, he wasn't the director of Rodea, but he was still the creative head. Still, he was the producer. Remember, it was Prop. It was his studio. So
yeah.
Because even if he didn't actually direct the game himself, he was still the creative head. Like Hino didn't direct Ni no Kuni 1, but he was still the writer and creative producer and all that jazz. You don't necessarily have to be the director to be in charge of the game creatively. Yep, but yeah, that's it. Go on, Jova.
Yeah, this chapter is stupid.
Basically.
We pretty much have pointed that out. But it's okay, guys, because how do we help a guy face fire, even though fire is obviously something that he's afraid of?
He becomes the thing that he was afraid of the most. That's the tragic irony.
Sure.
He was afraid of a dragon?
Not that hard, you guys. Read books.
He was afraid of a dragon?
Fire.
Wouldn't be afraid of dragons.
Fiery dragon, Jova.
Oh, but look at this. Now he can have a good.
That
lead in animation was awkward.
Taken out of context, that can be horribly misinterpreted.
But it's okay. We get the best victory song. Hooray!
Oh, it's interesting, Jova. Actually, I've never asked you. What do you think of the orchestral version of Array that plays during the credits? Because I love that.
Yeah, I like it.
It's again another example. I wish there were orchestral versions of the other songs as well, because I don't particularly care for the lyrics, to be honest. I find them incredibly cheesy and generic.
I get the feeling that Hooray was meant to be the main theme of the game before they changed it to Wonderworld as the main theme, because Hooray was also the song shown off during one of the initial trailers as well.
Yeah. All right, so let's see, how do we solve this problem of the fireman?
Yes.
Or firefighter, as the game calls him.
How do we do it? Also,
we just do it. There you go. That's a solution to the problem, apparently.
I'm a bit confused. Does this imply that he was in the Balan Theater all along while he was steering Frozen in Fear? Because in order to enter the theater, you have to enter there physically. So people must have initially died the first time if this is meant to be like a flashback to his greatest fears and failures. And
no.
Well, my work is done here.
It happens at point 0. Like, the minute you become afraid of something like that, you instantly get teleported. Like the little girl who's
That's not how it went in the novel. So
this isn't a novel.
This isn't the
game.
novel, so
but remember, the novel is supposed to be the canon story.
Yeah, no one
but it's
cares.
not in the game.
So
Okay. Here's the thing. Going off of what we actually have, you have to get into the theater physically because that's how Leah and Emma did it. So
Yeah, I'm sure the Knights of Ren were really important in Star Wars. Next, see you in an export by.
So let me get this straight. The moral of the story is, if there's a danger that you need to face, but you don't know if you can quite face it, you don't have the guts in you, just do it.
You know,
that's it. Just do it.
You know,
just do it.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. For someone who has a profession as a firefighter, that may be one of the worst mentalities to have. It's fire you're dealing with. It's deadly. You train for this stuff for a reason.
Yeah, I mean,
go all in gung ho absolutely defies all the training of being a firefighter you have.
I can't imagine Fireman Sam being that popular if he was afraid of fire.
Anyway, tune in next time where we finally get into the final world.
Wow, I can't believe it took me that long to make a Fireman Sam reference.
And that's a Welsh show.
All right.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do it, Stuart.
See you, everybody.
See ya.